All right. We're back and we're early.
Hey, 2 whole minutes for
I'll
y'all.
say
2.5.
the guys at the Uchoose podcast are never on time. We are.
Right? Two
Like
two and a half whole minutes early for anybody out there who was waiting otherwise. It's so funny
our book
because
today. We thought you may have thought we vanished.
we didn't vanish. Now, if anyone's following us along, you realized last episode I was in Vegas for work.
He was.
But it's funny now because now we're dealing with just summer and you're gonna like see it get darker real time as we go.
Yes.
Lisa, I'm surrounded by windows over here. Lee is lucky. I mean, you're in a room where you don't have to worry about that, right? Oh no, you have a window.
No, I got a curtain. I'm right next to a window too.
Oh, you know what? I forgot because we had a stint in the show where you were in like a utility room for a while.
Yeah, I was like in our like a furnace room, whatever you want to call it. Yeah.
Yeah.
With the hot water heater behind me.
Dude, I swear. You aren't a true nerd until you like have your nerd set up by like a water heater.
Yeah.
You're like my Optimus Prime is hanging out. Right. My Optimus Prime is hanging out on top of the washing machine.
Yeah, exactly. Well, this is if you're new, thank you for checking in with us. This is the Uchoose podcast, where we go through these old 80s Choose Your Own Adventure books and Choose Your Own Adventure adjacent books. And then when we get to Decision Point, if you're watching live, you can vote, chime in, and decide how the show proceeds. So your vote counts. Every vote counts here on the Uchoose podcast.
Exactly.
And we already got Mr. BRS is in the house already. And we're going to go through 2 new books today. We will go through the book called Vanished, and then we will go through another book that is adjacent to the Choose Your Own Adventure series and go through that one as well. And then next time we'll go through them again and choose something totally different so that we get something different every time we go through these books. And go to youchoosepodcast.com. That's the letter U, choosepodcast.com for previous episodes as well.
And like we've said before, we do record these and they get posted later. But really, the full Uchoose experience is right now.
That's right.
And so if you want to take part in this, just stay tuned on our social media every couple of weeks for the most part. We're human beings. Come on. And this is cheap. It's free.
Yeah.
It's free.
Low price. Well, we're 50% off today, though. 50% are free.
Ooh, look at us. You came at the right time.
Get a discount.
A little plug, in 2 weeks, we will be having our 100th episode.
Yes. 100 episodes, everybody.
That's ridiculous.
100. And it's hard to believe. It's been 5 years, a little over 5 years took us to get to 100, but we did it.
If we were in syndication, we would be getting paid now. Incidentally, future warning, you may hear some light explosions in the background. That is from excited 4th of July early celebrators who just can't wait. Lee,
That's
they
right.
just can't wait.
Yes, and we can't wait to go through this book by Deborah Lermy Goodman. She's done some other books in the past, but again, amazing illustration by Frank Boyle. Look at that. You've got an airplane in the background, got some lady being captured by a squid and tentacles, a boat. I mean, again, we've always commented that these covers tell a story, and that's when you're 9, that's just amazing.
You know it's an adventure when you're getting captured by a squid.
That's right. Not a shark.
No shark. Which, by the way, look at that squid. Not very big. Not a very big squid. I'm trying to figure out where that light's coming from.
Oh, yeah.
It's a triangle.
It's the Bermuda Triangle. That's what it is.
It's the Bermuda Triangle.
What a way to do it. It's kind of superimposed.
That's kind of smart.
The cover. That's pretty good. I like
it's like, you know what this image would be good for also? It's like a boat or an airplane salesman place.
Oh yes.
You're like, look at that. Picture
Sails.
that. Picture that picture, but on like a boat sail. Everything's got to go. Look at this poor lady. She's in an inflatable raft. You got to get yourself a real boat.
Get a real boat. Come on.
Don't wrestle squid. Get your own
How
boat.
about this boat? So this one came out in 1986 this is under the R.A. Montgomery side of it.
Man, I just swear this
Deborah
came out
Cobroll.
so quickly.
Look at this. Got a map
Got a
already,
map.
Eddie.
Got a map. And it's all folded up. So we're like, we don't even know what we're missing here.
Oh, good point.
Got a pencil.
You got a pencil next to it. Yeah, this is awesome.
Yep.
Again, 9-year-old Eddie would be studying this map.
I'd be zoomed in, man. I'd have a little magnifying glass looking at that,
Yes.
being like, well, okay, now how would I plot a course to live here?
Up through Jamaica, through Cuba, the Bahamas. Where am I going to go?
Come on, pretty mama.
Yes. Oh, man. And then look at this cover or this page with the disgruntled kid that everybody's in awe.
It appears to me this is slightly bending, if not fully breaking, the choose your own adventure rules, where we appear to not be 9 years old.
No, I can't believe it.
I don't know.
9.
These are like teenagers.
Okay, Eddie, look at us. Look at our belts. Look
neatly tucked in. Neatly tucked in.
No matter what age you are.
There's not one person there who's untucked.
No.
Although I will say what I'm presuming to be a woman in the middle, she got that collar popped.
Oh,
that collar is off. Bap, bap. She got both sides up.
So basically, it's just like your grandma said, whether you're 9 or 99, you tuck that shirt in.
Tuck that shirt. That shirt's better be tucked in. Those pants have belt loops for a reason.
Yes.
That was the big one.
All right. Well, do you want to start this one, Eddie? And then
I'll start this one. Vanished. My phone is refreshing the delicious PDF of Vanished.
See,
aha! Here we go.
That's right. Keep it tucked in. That's right.
You better keep that shirt tucked in. I don't care if you're being wrestled by a squid. By the way, Luke, go to the cover real quick. Is her shirt still tucked in? Because it better be tucked in.
Oh, good idea. Let me check. Yes.
Ah!
It's still.
That's a power tuck.
Even when being attacked by a squid, still tucked in.
Tucked in, power tuck. She's like, listen. Oh, her collar's popped still too, by the way.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, collar's popped, shirt tucked in, shoes are tied.
Yep.
Man.
When you tied a shoe in the 80s, there was no power on earth more strong than a kid. Remember how you would ratchet them down? Just like,
oh, yeah. And sometimes you break them.
Oh, yeah. I'd feel the heartbeat in my feet just from just like, oh, that's a little tight. It's a little tight.
Take your shoes off, they're all blue.
Yeah, you got like lace imprints on your feet. Here we go. What's keeping Tony? Asks Amanda impatiently. Is Tony our new Todd? We'll see.
I think so.
You finger your brand new pilot's license as you anxiously scan the Miami airfield. We could have phrased that any other way. I'm just saying.
Just saying.
What? What did I do to my pilot's license?
Yeah, finger your brand new pilot's license.
Okay. It's on the editor. That's an editor fail right there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wait, what? No. You know, fidgeted. There's a word. Look at that.
Actually, for our arrogance, it would be admired.
Admired, exactly. Just held it up to the sky. As soon as Tony shows up, you're going to take your friends for a ride in your parents' small plane. Ooh, a little Uchoose privilege tonight.
Oh.
But when Tony finally arrives, his face is pale with shock because Tony is white as the driven snow and has never seen the sun. Something happened to
SPF 100.
Something happened to Jill, he exclaims. Oh man, they're revoking my wife. What? You gasp. She was sailing with her family to Eleuthera Island, Eleuthera Island for Christmas, but they never got there. Do we have a dun dun dun? But they never got there. The wrong one. They never got there.
I don't have it.
Oh, I thought we had the dun dun dun. Anyway,
Yeah.
picture that in your heads, kids.
Yes. Post-production.
He explains breathlessly. No one has heard from them since they stopped at Bimini on Thursday. The Coast Guard just announced a search. It's the Bermuda Triangle, cries Andrea. This time it's gotten Jill. That's always Andrea's explanation,
Yeah,
though.
it is.
What are you talking about, you ask? There's a triangular area over the ocean between Miami, Puerto Rico, and Bermuda where more than 100 boats and planes have vanished without a trace, she says. Oh, Andrea, scoffs Tony. Tony is the new Todd. Accidents happen all the time. That's a very heavily traveled area you're talking about. Andrea shakes her head stubbornly. These aren't just accidents. Boats don't normally sink in calm water within sight of land. And when planes go down, you can usually find wreckage floating nearby. I'm talking about boats and planes that have vanished into thin air. What's more, most of these disappearances take place at this time of year, between Christmas and early January. It's Santa! We knew it!
Santa Claus all the time.
A chill runs up your spine, but you dismiss it and say, look, you guys, I just got done fingering my license. We should...
Oh my.
That's what it says.
Oh gosh.
Let's argue about the Bermuda.
Up.
You can't. It says right there. Look, you guys, let's argue about the Bermuda Triangle later. We should we should join the search party for Jill. Great idea, says Tony. We can use my grandfather's boat. These kids are just lousy with aircraft and seacraft.
And seacraft, yes.
We could cover more ground if we fly, you remind him, holding up your license like the arrogant. You are eager to get behind the controls of your plane. We can trace her route more exactly by boat, he insists. Ooh, first choice, kids. If you say you go by boat, but Andrea and I are going to go by plane in a classic Todd ditch move.
Ooh.
Turn to page 6. If you tell him, okay, let's go to the marina, turn to page 36.
Okay, let us know in the chat. I wonder if Tony will mention, I used to have a cousin named Todd, but he got lost on some island someplace.
I know, right? The Grand Todd mystery.
Yes.
We got a full house in the chat tonight. Got Scott and Mr. BRS and a couple others, I think.
Yes, let us know in the chat what we should do if we go by boat, or let's go to the marina and go by plane. Or so okay, so yeah, basically plane or boat. Hop up in the air or hop on that boat.
And one version keeps you all together. The other version separates you from Tony.
Yes.
AKA Todd.
AKA Todd. Oh, Mr. BRS, fly like an eagle.
There we go.
And Scott says plane. So I think it is plane. We'll give it another second, but pretty sure we're going to go via plane. That airline, the pilot's license that we have that we're so eager to finger.
We can't like not put our hands on it. Apparently, we gotta.
I'm kidding.
I just feel like there's so many other words to use.
Yes.
All right, let's go with the flying. Here we go. Page
6. You and Andrea say goodbye to Tony. Then
bye, Tony.
Walk over. Yeah, bye, Tony. Then walk over to your parents' plane. We'll duplicate Jill's path, you tell Andrea, as you climb into the cockpit. We'll fly over Bimini, then straight toward Eleutheria. Okay, she agrees. Your takeoff is perfect. Because, I mean, is there anything else that we can't do that's perfect?
I mean, I did it, right? So if I did it,
yeah,
it's gotta
exactly.
be perfect.
Yeah. For an instant, your exhilaration overshadows your concern for Jill. We have great visibility this afternoon, says Andrea, shortly after you pass Bimini. The air is so clear, except for that yellowish haze over there. You point to the south. A number of pilots have reported an unexplainable mist like that just before they've disappeared in the Bermuda Triangle. says Andrea. Then we should investigate it, you reply. But Jill probably wouldn't have been sailing over there, Andrea reminds you. Besides, do you really want to fly right into that haze that has a history of devouring planes? You are nervous about flying into the yellow fog, but you can't help wondering if it has something to do with Jill's disappearance. All right, here we go again. If you insist on investigating the haze, turn to page 8. If you agree to continue flying directly toward Eleutheria, turn to page 85. So, do we go into the haze or do we go to Eleutheria? That's Eleuthera. Eleutheria. Didn't you have one of those scoped once, Eddie? Your Eleutheria?
I did. I had to get a surgical procedure and I had to get a catheter in my urethra. It was owie. By the way, hashtag don't eat yellow mist.
Yeah, don't eat yellow mist. Don't eat the yellow mist. It's not good for you. All right. Let us know in the chat what you want us to do, whether we go into the haze or do we go to the other island.
We got one vote for no haze, one vote for haze. Haze. 2 votes for going to that haze. Don't worry, John. We started on time tonight.
We did.
So yeah, we started on time. Maybe a little early, even like a minute or 2 early.
It was
8:45-ish is what we say for the most part. You're not late. You are exactly when you're supposed to be.
Right on time.
Here.
Oh, I found it.
That's the one. I was like, I know we. I'm like, play it, and you're like, ding, ding, ding. It's like the more you know. Yeah, I mean, John Kennedy. That's rare. That is rare that we're on time. I agree.
Yeah.
Macho Man's always that's a John Kennedy. All right, we're going into that haze.
Going into that haze, page 7.
Oh boy.
Or I'm sorry, page 8.
You radio your intention to explore the yellow mist. I mean, seriously. Then head towards Andros Island. As you approach the fog, Andrea says, "This mist kind of smells like pee." And you say, "The wings of the plane look very weird, kind of bluish green." "That's strange," you reply uneasily. "The wings of your plane are white. Maybe it's a reflection from the water, or maybe Andrea is colorblind." "I think they're beginning to glow." A note of panic creeps into Andrea's voice. "I'm sure it's an illusion," you assure her, but goosebumps are creeping up your arms. Gradually, you realize that the entire plane is radiating light. What's more, your magnetic compass is revolving around and around. You watch with horror as the fuel gauge shoots back and forth between full and empty. Your instruments are going crazy. Turn to page 15.
We had a lot of colors on that page, didn't we?
Blue, green,
yellow,
white, yellers. "I'm calling for help," you tell Andrea, but you discover the radio is dead. "Thank God my collar is still popped," if you look at the illustration.
Yes.
"Turn around. Let's go home," she pleads, shielding her eyes from the intense glare. Andrea's weak. We're only 6 pages into this sucker.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you want me to Todd you out of this plane? I'll Todd you right out of this plane into that yellow mist. I'll do it. Don't think I won't.
The name Todd is a verb now.
Exactly. It's totally a verb. But you can't steer the plane. It's drawn into the menacing yellow haze, and there's nothing you can do about it. "I can't control the plane," you shriek. "I'm bailing out," Andrea announces. She straps on a parachute. "Where's the life raft?" "What life raft?" you say. "This is a plane. This is a plane, not a boat. Learn what things are." Over there," you answer weakly. She hands you a parachute. "Come on, let's get out of here." You're scared to death to stay in the plane, but you're uneasy about abandoning it in midair. You pause to think. If you say, "Wait for me, I'm coming," turn to page 12. If you tell her, go ahead, I'm going to see if I can get control of the plane, turn to page 80.
Oh, wow.
Hubris or panic?
No kidding.
Those are your choices.
Here.
The plane!
See, we got that soundboard working now, folks.
He's so as we're planes getting ready to go down, we're still looking at our pilot's license. We're like, oh, this is so great. I'm
still admiring it. Like, oh man.
Hold on. She's like, get the parachute and jump. You're like, hold on, I got one more. I got to look at it one more time.
You're like, do I lose my license if I have to bail on my first flight?
Yes. I'd rather go down with the plane.
Can you imagine that your first time driving the car and you have to like jump out of the car?
Yes. Oh man. All right. Looks like we got some votes for
Get out
of the plane from Jesse. And so yeah, just one vote so far. But I like how she's in the illustration, she's panicking and we're just like looking out the window. What are we gonna do?
Exactly. So I think we got 2 votes for get out of that plane. 1, and I love John Kennedy's Uchoose hubris. Flying a plane's pretty easy, guys.
Yeah, it's actually pretty easy.
It's not hard. I do it all the time.
Yeah. Twice on Sunday.
Wing Commander. What am I doing?
Yeah, Wing Commander. I played a lot of Wing Commander.
So wait for me. I'm coming. Page 12. That's you, sir.
Okay, page 12 it is.
That's right. Top Gun it. Fly it into the deck of an aircraft carrier.
Yeah, aircraft carrier. Let's Top Gun it. That's great. I love it.
That game was maddening until you figured out the system and landing that plane.
Oh, very difficult. It always crashed. It's crazy. All right, you strap on your parachute, then grab an inflatable life raft and a wooden paddle. You swing open the door of the plane. Here goes, cries Andrea. Leaping into the air, she plummets for what seems an eternity before her parachute finally opens. You glance around the plane. The control panel is still blinking madly. You close your eyes, clutch your pilot's license, the raft, paddle, and jump. The air rushes past you for several horrifying seconds. Whew! You finally feel the parachute unfurl behind you. As you float slowly toward the water, you prepare to inflate the life raft. As soon as the parachute touches the waves, it becomes a heavy, soggy mess. It's hard to tread water while trying to free yourself. You splash around for a few desperate seconds before you and Andrea finally manage to untangle yourselves and inflate the raft. The first thing Andrea says is, "Look!" She points to the sky. A chill runs up your spine. Your plane has disappeared. Andrea grabs the paddle and starts rowing away from the yellow haze. Hold on a second, you say. Let's figure out where we're going. Our best bet may be to head south to Andros Island. It can't be more than a few miles away. Through the haze, Andrea's eyes widen with fear. We just jumped out of the plane to escape it. We'd be crazy to paddle right through it. I don't like the idea any better than you do, you tell her. But as far as I can recall, there's no land for miles in any other direction. We only have enough water in a survival kit to last until us 3 or 4 days. We don't have any food at all. We may not survive long in the yellow haze either, says Andrea softly. All right, another decision point. If you decide it's best to escape the menacing fog, turn to page 16. If you want to paddle through the haze to Andros Island, turn to page 62. So do we go into the fog or we go away from the fog, basically, is what it comes down to. So do we escape the fog or do we go through the haze to the island?
Another into the fog, out of the fog choice.
Yes.
I would have thought it would have been fun. Bonus points if you would have taken the oar and rode it out of the plane like a witch riding her broom. Just hop on the oar.
Awesome. Exactly. I mean, we've been stuck in boats before, but we always had a Todd to eat or to do something with. So
when in doubt, eat Todd. We all know that. Like bang Todd on head with oar.
Yeah, exactly.
Sloppy Todd sandwiches. Sloppy Todds.
Sloppy Todd. Hashtag Sloppy Todd sandwiches. Yummy. They taste even better as I look at my pilot's license. Okay. So away from the fog, away from the haze, we got 2 votes from away.
So we're getting away from that haze.
I think we're going to be getting away from that haze. We'll give it another second here. Let's see. So that would be page 16. So go ahead and probably get to it here.
16. Todd would go in the haze. Let's go. Is that only one?
Probably
one
would.
vote.
Yes.
One pro haze. Okay, you tell Andrea. Let's head north, away from the haze. You take turns paddling. Even so, your arms and shoulders burn with each stroke of the oar. For all you know, you might be going in circles. You probably are. All you can see is miles and miles of sea and sky. As the sun sets, Andrea says, I'm starving. Uh-oh. Going straight to cannibalism right out of the gate. Where's Todd? We need him. Where's the buns?
Where's Todd?
We got the barbecue sauce.
Todd's barbecue sauce. Says right on the label.
I'm starving. I can't believe there are fish hooks in the survival kit, but no food. There's no way I'm eating a raw fish. Come on. Open your food palette a little bit here.
Yeah,
At
come on.
At least we have a flare to signal with. You remind her, let's take turns sleep and we can cook the fish with the flare. Let's take turns sleeping and keeping watch. You're so cold, hungry, and scared that Andrea begins to look like a roasted turkey to you, and you don't sleep very much.
Yes.
Every small splash alarms you. You don't believe in sea monsters, but you can't help wondering what's lurking beneath the raft. By the time the sun rises, you feel awful. But Andrea is excited. I see an island. We're saved. Straight to saved. Andrea, back up a little bit. Could be the Todd Island. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's Todd Island.
You anxiously paddle towards it. When you reach the small island, you pull the life raft onto the beach and begin to explore. Tall palm trees are growing everywhere. There are lots of smaller plants too. You find a couple of bird eggs, several lizards, and a pool of fresh water, but no signs of human life. After refilling your water containers, you tell Andrea, we should probably go back to the raft and start paddling again. Let's stay here, she suggests. At least there's water and stuff we can eat. She's eyeballing a lizard right now. You wouldn't eat a raw fish. What's going on here? That's true, you agree, but I think our chances of being spotted are better if we're on the water. Ooh, the orange life raft and the flare are visible from the air, but this island is so lush that it would be hard for anyone to see us from above. Yet you dread returning to the open sea. If you insist on going out to the open sea, turn to page 60. If you prefer to stay on the island, turn to page 88.
I like at the beginning of this on page 16, our confidence is waning. Where's our arrogance and hubris?
Where is the arrogance? I want more arrogance.
Arrogance, yes. I want lots of arrogance. I want lots of hubris.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
They get to quote Jesse here, they get a HOA fine for not cleaning their clearing their trees. What is this?
Accidentally, yeah. It's a tack to somebody comes out on a boat and tacks it to the palm tree.
3 seconds ago, I was preparing to eat my friend, and now I got a fine for not trimming back these palm trees. Get out of town. I'm not paying it.
Come on. I'm out of here. When's the next meeting? I'm gonna complain.
Exactly. We got 2 votes for out to sea. You guys are crazy. I love this.
Oh man. Oh, another vote for island.
Oh.
Yeah, and he wants to leave already. Yeah, this is the first destination we've actually arrived at, and he wants to leave already.
Get back out to the open sea.
Get back out there.
I think we're split. It's time for the Uchoose coin.
Oh, so stay here. Okay.
Then we got stay, go. Literally a split decision tonight.
Let me find the Uchoose coin. Whoops.
Bust out the Uchoose. That's our theme. The Uchoose coin.
find it
With
here.
the yeah.
Okay.
Oh, where's our
All right.
graphic?
Yeah, I had some trouble with the graphics. I don't know. I got the sound effects back, but now I can't get the graphics to work.
You don't get it all, kids. That's the thing you got to learn right now.
Yes. All right. So heads, we go to the ocean. Tails, we stay on the island. Tails,
Oh,
we're staying on the island, folks.
we're embracing that HOA.
Yes. We're going to run for president next time. Staying on that island. Page 88. I think that's me. So get all the way to 88. You're right, you tell Andrea. Let's stay on the island. We can leave the orange raft on the beach where there aren't any trees. Someone flying overhead is sure to see it. Good idea, she replies. Now try to remember everything Robinson Crusoe did to survive on his island. First, you build a small hut out of driftwood and palm fronds. It collapses during the night. You construct 7 more shelters before you build one that's sturdy enough to withstand the steady winds.
Okay.
Meanwhile, there's also food to think about. With the fish hooks in the survival kit, you're able to catch fish. You also eat leaves and lizards. Every now and then, you have a special treat when a coconut falls to the ground. You spend a lot of time dreaming about chocolate chip cookies and Thanksgiving dinners.
Oh.
Each day, you cut a notch in the bark of the tree that serves as your calendar. First, your birthday passes, then Andrea's, and before you know it, you've spent 1 full year on the island.
Oh!
Turn to page 19. Oh,
By the
boy.
way, go back to page 88 real quick. We might be stranded there for a whole year. We might have turned our jeans into jorts, but behold,
we did.
tucked.
We have jorts.
We are tucked
But
strong.
we're still tucked in. You're exactly right. We still tuck it in even though they're jorts.
That's a strong tuck.
That's funny. All right, 19. Here we go. During your second year there, you unravel some of your clothes and use the threads to create a net for catching birds and fish. You enlarge your hut and construct a stronger roof. Life becomes a little easier, but more enjoyable. Each day is very much the same as the one before it. A boring struggle for food. You never stop hoping you'll be rescued. On your 621st day on the island, you see a yacht approach. You and Andrea stand on the beach, shouting and waving your arms. To your relief, the people on the boat swim over to see what you're yelling about. You're finally saved! Exclamation point. The end.
Hey!
We didn't die.
Didn't die. We didn't get hit with too many HOA fees.
No, we didn't even have a concussion, did we?
No concussions. Not a one. I
Oh.
mean, we landed on the ocean, but it didn't say like, hey, whatever.
Yeah. No
I
head
love-
trauma.
I love John Kennedy. We've been so abused lately, like just so beaten up by Uchoose that it's like this wasn't so bad.
No, it wasn't too bad.
Didn't fall off a cliff.
No, but looks like based on some of the illustrations, though, there might be some more fun endings that we haven't found yet. So we'll revisit this one in a couple of weeks.
Look at that
See if
picture.
we can
My
get a
God, that's
concussion.
what I would like.
See if we can get a concussion or a Todd or something.
I
Come
mean,
on.
for real.
All right.
Are those like robots? See, look, see,
think so.
we got.
We got robots.
I wanted to see how long it would take us to get into alien territory.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it is the Bermuda Triangle.
It's inevitable.
Time travel, aliens, something like that.
Yep.
All right.
That isn't
So
friendly at all.
our next book is Wizards, Warriors, and You, which we've done before.
Yep, we
in the
have.
past, so check the archives. This one is the Haunted Castle of Ravencurse. More than 20 role-playing adventures. So these are a little more intricate. So hopefully we can get through this one in our time that we've got here. Let's see, what year was this? I'm just curious. 1985. Okay.
And these are a slight departure from Choose Your Own Adventure books in that, like, depending on equipment you have and some other things, it actually takes you to a little more nuanced choices, which is kind of fun, actually.
Yes, this is role-playing light. So it's kind of a Choose Your Own Adventure mixed with some Dungeons and Dragons, for lack of a better phrase. So it's kind of cool. So
Like
we'll get
like
this
I
one
could see
going
these
here.
be I could see these being a fun little like a mini campaign if you wanted to play it like that. Even.
Yes. Oh yeah, this is one you would get out on your desk or something and kind of write out, your equipment, and there's no health points or anything, so it is pretty light on it, but it's still a good one. All right, let's go ahead and get started on this one. On the top of a jagged cliff stands an ancient mist-shrouded castle.
Ooh,
It's
yellow mist.
crumbling stone. Yeah, more mist. No
Okay.
yellow mist. I know. What is it with mist today?
What's going on, Mister?
Its crumbling stone walls are covered with dripping green moss, and the only sound to be heard from within is the sinister call of a raven. Hundreds of years ago, a trail wound up the cliff, but that trail has vanished. Now, the only way to reach the castle is to climb the sheer face of the cliff. Its surface is like glass. Legends claim it's guarded by trolls and the deadly cyclops of the cliff. Surely those unlucky enough or foolish enough to risk entering the castle take their lives in their hands. At the foot of the cliff stands the dauntless wizard and warrior. As they look up at the castle, wondering what lies in wait for them, they remember the fateful day that sent them here. Both the wizard and the warrior were well rested from their last mission as they joined King Henry in his throne room. However, they could not help but notice that the monarch himself looked careworn and tired. Oh, here we go. Yeah, great black and white illustration with the
Super
wizard
great
and warrior at the
illustration on
bottom
this.
with the horses, and then the castle clear at the top. That's pretty
Yeah.
cool. My good friends, King Henry said, I must burden you with a grave problem. As you know, our kingdom has fought many wars in recent years. These struggles have worn out my people and cost us dearly. The royal treasury is nearly depleted, but I cannot raise taxes again without causing great suffering to the poor. And yet we must maintain our defenses and be ever ready to fight new enemies. You may count on my sword always, says the warrior. My magic is ever at your service, says the wizard. I know my friends and I am grateful, and that is why I'm going to ask you to undertake another quest. Before you agree, I must warn you that this may be the most dangerous mission you have ever faced. The perils are many and unknown, and they are from the spirit world as well as the real. But the reward is great too. The reward is treasure enough to fill the royal coffers 10 times over. The king reached beneath his throne and removed a black box. Attached to its obsidian surface was the carved image of a raven. This is the crested casket of Ravencurse. He told the heroes, it came from my family 100 years ago, and it was brought to us by a servant of the ancient Ravencurse family. King Henry sighed, then continued. This family, who lived in the castle near the mountain town of Ravencurse, was known for generations for their fabulous wealth and for their awesome evil.
Ooh.
I didn't know evil was awesome, but I guess in this
Awesome
case it is.
evil.
I had to reread that. So
It's so evil. It's actually kind of cool.
Yeah, exactly. All of them were monstrously cruel. The most evil Ravencurse of all was the last, Mad Morwenna. She was a powerful sorceress, said to be the most beautiful woman in the land, with hair as dark as a raven's wing. But she went mad one night and created unearthly monsters who slaughtered all of her family and servants.
I get
Only
it.
one escaped and came to us bringing this box. What happened to Mad Morwenna? Asked the wizard. Nobody knows, said the king. Legend has it that she never was seen again after that horrible night. No one has entered the castle in 100 years since Mad Morwenna's terrible deed. It is said that she put a curse on the castle to prevent anyone from stealing the treasure of Ravencurse. The evil guardians she called from the dark live there still. It is said that her ghost walks the halls of the castle. The king handed the obsidian box to the warrior. In this chest is a map drawn by the servant of who was the sole survivor. It shows the part of the castle that holds Ravencurse's treasures and gives some indication of the monsters that may be guarding them. Remember, this map is very old, and the servant was still shaken with terror when she drew it. It may not be complete. The warrior pulled out the map and showed it to the wizard. Their brows knitted in concentration as they studied the faded document. Yeah. I cannot order you to undertake this perilous mission, King Henry continued. I would not even ask were it not for the state of the treasury. Fear not, said the warrior. Together, we will go to the Castle of Ravencurse. Between my weapons and my friend's powerful magic, we will defeat Mad Morwena and return with the treasure. You may count on it, Your Excellency, agreed the wizard. So, this is how the brave friends find themselves here at the base of the cliff below the haunted castle of Ravencurse. The story is now your story. It is up to you to battle the evil waiting in the castle and bring out the treasures. The time has come for you to choose the role you will play. Will you take the part of the wizard or the warrior? Make your choice now as you enter this world of wizards, warriors, and you. So our first decision for everybody is, are we going to be a wizard or are we going to be a warrior? Let us know in the chat.
This is the map. This is the map that that got drawn real quick.
Yes.
Just thought I'd share with that for everybody.
I'm the map. I'm the map.
Like, why is this map singing?
No kidding.
I don't know, man. It's evil. It's an evil map.
The lyrics are very difficult. All right.
Wait, we're doing this for the economy? Yes.
Magic. Yes.
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 This is more appropriate than you realize.
Yeah.
Like what's that?
The king spent all the money. Now we got to bail him out.
This is literally like modern day, what we're experiencing now, like the scene in Shrek when Lord Farquaad's like, some of you may die, but that's a sacrifice I'm willing to make.
Yes. All right. So we got a vote for warrior and another vote for warrior. So 2 votes for warrior.
I am the warrior.
Yeah. Yes. We'll give it a little more time.
What does Macho Man have to say about any of this?
Oh, yeah.
He's just pumped. He's excited to be part of it. He doesn't care.
Yeah. Speaking of excited, we're ready.
What do you want?
The Conan line, yeah.
It's a lot to type. We get that. To see enemies driven before you.
Before me. What is best in life? Crush your enemies.
See them driven before you. Was there a cleric? No, unfortunately. You get two choices.
This is very simple. Light.
It's like playing Golden Axe in the arcade when your buddy already chose the warrior. Like, I gotta be the dwarf. Yes.
I gotta be the dwarf or the girl. What?
Ugh, pick one.
All right.
We got fighter. I think we're gonna go fighter here. It seems like we got 1 vote for wizard, 2 for warrior, and then a bunch of comedy gold.
Yes, comedy gold.
3 warrior.
So,
all right,
warrior
page 10. There's our map, by the way.
Page 9 is the warrior.
9, thank you.
But yeah, cool map. We got our map. I like that. It's got the ballroom, the kitchen, the cellar, the door.
Got you a little like thing. Treasures of Ravencurse, guarding the gate. A troll, a cyclops, and the Black Knight.
The bottomless basket of Ravencurse. Oh,
bottomless basket. Better be breadsticks.
Yeah, basket was originally brought from the lost continent of Atlantis. Provides unlimited wealth for anyone who is not too greedy. Huh.
I mean, unlimited wealth would imply the person who would own it would have to be greedy.
That's true.
Don't you think? I don't know.
You just keep pulling out like donuts and croissants.
Whatever you give me, it gives you like fake money. You're like, this isn't even real.
Yeah.
Instructions for the warrior. As you and your companion prepare to meet the fearsome dangers in the haunted castle of Ravencurse, you know that you will need to draw on all the strength and courage you possess. Although you do not know the precise nature of your foes, you have learned that the right weapon at the right time is a powerful ally. At the back of this book on page 101, you will find a book describing all the weapons you possess. In addition to the sword of the Golden Lion, which is ever at your side, you may take only 3 of these weapons along with you on your mission. Study the map of the castle and the list of possible foes on page 6 and 7. Then turn to the Book of Weapons. Choose carefully which 3 weapons you will take. Turn to page 15 to begin your perilous quest. Now, I will say this. We have done this, and we found that it takes a lot. We just basically go to the page, pick weapons that sound cool. Let's go.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. So it's page 101. All right. So Sword of the Golden Lion. We already have that one.
That's a gimme. Yep.
Okay.
Writing that one down.
So we got that one. All right. What else do we want, Eddie? Let's see. We've got triple crossbow.
Ooh.
That. We've got the lance. Not big on the lance.
No.
The flail, double pointed mace, and devil's dagger.
Let's do the triple crossbow. I like John Kennedy. You need a range.
I like that. Triple crossbow. Okay. We could get 3 items, I think.
Yep. Does that count the sword or no?
I don't. The way I understand it, the Sword of the Golden Lion's a default. That's kind of
okay. So we have 4 total at our disposal.
I like the Devil's Dagger just because I like
do that one.
Devil's Dagger and one more.
What's the other weapon we haven't chosen?
We can do. Let's see. How about? Oh, that's it. Okay. Double pointed mace. Let's just go with that one.
Is that all the weapons?
Yep. I think we have 9 weapons. We can pick 3. Well, we have the default of one of them already. So
double pointed mace. You're getting it both directions. No shields.
Yeah, you're right. We don't have any shields. There are no shields. They had
shields are for weapons. Weenies. Let's do this.
Yes. All right. Okay. So that was page 15, I think, is where we start.
Yep. We start our quest. I think it's 11, actually. Oh, turn to page 15. Right. Yep.
Oh, okay.
So I'll start here. Okay. Along with your clever friend, the wizard, you prepare to scale the jagged cliffs that lead to the Castle of Ravencurse. Although at first glance, the face of the cliff seems unclimbable, you soon see finger and toe holds etched into the rock. This will not be an easy climb, says the wizard, sounding worried, because I'm weak, because I'm a wizard. All my time is spent studying books, not lifting weights.
Yeah, he skipped leg day.
He skipped all the days. Follow me, you tell him. I grew up in mountainous country like this. Land of the Council of Bluffs. You tie one end of a rope around your waist and another around the wizard's waist. Then, that way, if one of you falls, you both die.
You both fall, yeah.
Then, after strapping your weapons to your back, you begin the perilous climb. At first, it is easier than you had expected. Soon, the ground is far below you. Although the climb is proceeding smoothly, you keep your eyes and ears open for the troll that is said to guard the approach to the castle. At last, you reach a wide ledge. You help the wizard onto it, because he's weak and frail. You rest a moment, then you both notice that there's a dark cave leading into the cliff. Go to page 16. You turn to the wizard and ask, do you think this could be an interest to the castle? There is no sign of it on the map. The king warned us that the map may be incomplete, says the wizard. It was written by an 8-year-old.
Yeah, exactly.
Who talked to a monkey who wore boots. And if this does lead to the castle, it may be quicker than climbing. Yes, you agree. But caves are often homes for trolls. Ooh. And Alan Moore. What?
That.
Put that rim shot in there. And Alan Moore. What do? Do you and the wizard decide to enter the cave, hoping it is a shortcut to the castle? Or do you decide to continue the long, dangerous climb? And no slingshots.
No, not at all. All right. So let us know in the chat. Do we enter the cave or do we continue to climb? I think the warrior is not too impressed with the wizard, and the wizard's probably going to introduce himself. Hi, my name's Todd.
Hi, I'm Todd the Wizard. I belong to a guild of Todds, and we get left behind a lot. We get left for dead. My great grandfather Todd in another world was left to die on a dinosaur island, which was a ripoff of Jurassic Park. Yes, but he did his very Todd best, and they turned his back into a pincushion for knives.
And then another time, Todd and his friend were hiking in the mountains, and his foot got stuck under a log, and his friend just left him there and forgot about him.
He's like, it'd be harder to help my friend. I'll leave him. Yay!
Yay! I'll just leave him here.
We all know someone like that in our lives.
We do.
Man, we have a unanimous on caves. I was like, let's check the cave out, man. Let's see what happens. Everybody's like, no.
Nope.
Keep
nope,
going.
keep
All right, keep climbing.
Just keep
Turn to
climbing.
page 8, Lee. Page 8.
That would be me. All right, page 8. The day is growing hot as you and the wizard continue your climb. The cliff is not as steep here, and soon the top appears above you. Suddenly, you hear an eerie sound as if a million wings were beating at once.
Woo.
Protect yourself, cries the wizard. Looking up, you see hundreds of ravens descending. There are so many of them, they blot out the sun. A chill runs through you as you realize they're flying in formation. Like a great dark curtain, they lift away from the side of the cliff and hover. Clearly, they're about to attack. You look at your friend beneath you. The wizard is holding onto the face of the cliff with both his hands and feet. He's in no position to cast a spell. You take inventory of your weapons, and none of them seem suitable for fighting off hundreds of birds. Yet you must try. Which one will work best? Here we go. Carefully, you reach behind you and draw one of your weapons you've chosen. Then you prepare to defend yourself and your companion against the raven's talons. If you chose the flail, the morning star, or the mace, turn to page 21. If you chose the battle axe, lance, or crossbow, turn to page 27. If you chose any other weapon, turn to page 18. Well, we've got, let's see.
We've got the
we've got
flail.
the flail. Or
No,
no,
wait, we don't have a flail. No, we got the mace.
We got the triple crossbow, the devil's
Yep.
dagger, and the pointed mace. So
we got the crossbow. We could turn to page 27.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Page 27.
Yeah, or 21. Because it says or the mace. And we have the double.
Oh, we do. We do.
pointed
We have the
mace. So
double pointed mace.
we could go to 21 or 27, depend with our weapon selections here.
Huh. Okay. Nice. Well, do we want to just let everybody vote, or do we want to?
Yep.
Just,
I would say let the viewers decide here. Page 21 or 27.
All right.
What's the point of picking these weapons if we can't narrow it down? Any other weapon,
Yeah.
we're hosed on that one.
Yeah, come on.
Use your hands. Do it, Lee. Play the.
Oh, yes. Yes, if you're Kirk, you don't need weapons.
Kirk doesn't come with double pointed mace. These are my double pointed maces right here.
Got your weapons right here. Or he kisses it. So all right.
Let's see. We got battle axe, dagger. We don't have a battle axe, guys.
Yeah, we can only go 21 or 27. So let us know in the chat which page you want us to go to. Either one will work. I have a feeling if you didn't have any other weapon, you probably are going to die. You know, our wizard is totally useless. I mean, I guarantee you we're thinking about just pushing him off that cliff. Like, you know
You
what?
were shooting lightning out of your fingers on the cover, bro. Can you do that now?
Yes. Come on.
Okay, they're picking page 27. 27.
So page 27, Eddie.
And we have 21.
Oh.
I think 27 is the winner here on this one.
Yeah, we got.
Yep. Is that me?
20. That's you.
27. Went too far. The flock of ravens is almost upon you. Their raucous cries split the air, maintaining your grip on the cliff with one hand and both feet. You hold your chosen weapon, prepared to fight. It would not be easy to fight even one attacker in this position. Fighting hundreds proves impossible. You begin to strike with your weapon as the ravens close in, but the weight of the weapon causes you to lose your balance, dragging the wizard after you, of course.
Yes.
As the ravens shriek in satisfaction, you and your companion fall to your deaths at the bottom of the cliff. The haunted castle and its treasures still wait for adventurers brave enough to dare it. Will you dare to open this book again and return to the quest?
The end.
Bum.
Shucks.
That's double.
Dang it.
Well,
Still, it's a great concept. I like
it's
the
a
idea.
fun. We we were kind of due. I think we were due for a premature death.
Yeah.
We've avoided quick death the past several episodes.
We have.
Mr. BRS. Well,
Nope. Yep.
Sometimes
That's how it goes.
Dude, you love it.
I like how so you could pick multiple weapons and it doesn't give you in the description what specific weapon you had. It just says your weapon was too heavy.
Yeah,
so it really leaves it open. So
what I love is that like it made sense, right? Like let's get a ranged weapon, let's get a short one, and then we're like, we're pulling out the ranged weapon, baby. You died, you fell. Oh
You
man. Shoot.
They had, let me go to the beginning here. They had several of these. I've got another one we can do too another time, but let's see at the beginning here. They listed all of, at least 6 books, but I think there might've been more than that.
These would be fun to own. Own.
They're not too bad. I mean, considering they're in the upper 20s to buy
dollars. Oh, it's not bad at all. Really,
not too bad for a 40-year-old book.
Out of print. I mean, some of these books they made so many of them, you can literally buy them for a couple bucks still.
Yeah.
I think the Christmas version of the Christmas you choose your own adventure book, I think I paid like $14 for it.
Yeah.
Like I'm okay.
I remember this one, Eddie. We did the Forest of Twisted Dreams. R.L. Stein did it.
Yep.
And then Megan Stein, which I think is either his wife or his daughter, did another one.
Yeah. Huh. And Scott Miller's not wrong. We didn't get a concussed today, though. No concussions.
Wow. Went 2 books. Well, we did on this one. We got a big concussion at the end.
I mean, yeah. I mean, terminal concussion.
Terminal concussion.
Ultimate healing, as I call it sometimes.
Yes.
Ultimate healing. No more pain, everybody. He's dead.
Exactly. No, these are fun. I remember you mentioned this last episode about these. And I was like, yeah, we need to grab another one of these again.
Those are fun. We'll do this one again. We'll do both books again for our next episode. We do these books twice. So next episode, next episode is our 100th.
Next episode's 100. We're going to do our custom Choose Your Own Adventure book again. I finally got it all done. Got some fun illustrations in there, tidied up some of the text. So we're going to go through it a couple times and see how many concussions we can get.
So we'll pick these two up after our episode 101, basically.
Yes, 101. Yep. And like we said at the beginning, you can go to uchoosepodcast.com. That's the letter U, choosepodcast.com. And you can also listen to other episodes. Dinosaur Island is the Todd episode. So if you want to hear where that originated from, former comic book writer. David Kraft. Is that it?
Yeah.
Huh. Interesting. Okay. And check out that we got merchandise there. We get the Uchoose mugs and t-shirts and all sorts of things. So if you want to help support the show, that's where you'll find us.
There you go.
But we'll be back in 2 weeks, 8:45 Central Time, approximately on a Monday. Sometimes life happens.
Sometimes.
Yes. All right. Well, until next time, you choose the adventure. Thanks, everybody.
Good night, everybody. Thank you.